Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross-stitch.
One stitch at a time. It is Tuesday, August 22nd.
Sorry.
Life happened. MBD. Nothing like crazy, bad, dramatic, just stuff we had to do.
I was on the phone for over 3 hours.
Just stuff that had to be
on
done.
hold for most of it. So, that's what happened.
Yeah, it happens. So I hope everybody had a wonderful week last week. We had a good week. Very boring. Very mundane. Nothing exciting. I prefer weeks like that. So, how was y'all's week? Hope it was good. Nothing exciting to talk about, so we're just gonna go straight into shouting out our commenters.
Okay.
What?
No, I was just okay. Just making a comment. Can't help me with things. You probably should start doing shout out the comments. I don't know who the heck.
Hold on, I can't see nothing at the moment. Alright, so that is Jeep Girl Stitches.
Jeep Girl Stitches, Bridget, Lynn,
Janet,
Andre, Angie, Teresa, Janet,
and
Dawn. And also, thank you, Faja, for commenting on our update thing you had to post yesterday.
Yes. Somebody else commented on it, and now I'm blanking on it. It just basically are, hey, we're going to be late. So,
sorry, real life came up and kicked us in the woohoo!
It happens. Alright, so why don't we move on to whips? Whips.
I worked a lot of hours last week.
You did work a lot of hours.
And I had things to do on the weekend, so I didn't get any stitching in.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's like I'm trying to get time to do stitches, and I just can't find the time. Or I am so exhausted that the needle's heavy. Does anybody else actually get tired enough to where picking up that needle and going over and over again actually just is too much work? Am I alone in that?
I was like that today. I just, like, stitching was like, I don't want to stitch. I just want to sleep. This afternoon.
So we're going to bed early tonight.
I might.
I said we. I'll go with you.
We'll see. We'll see where we're at when we get done with this. Okay. Started last week with my Sal prompt. And that was Supernaturals by the Witchy Stitcher. And one that I just simply cannot count.
What before picture?
Oh. So here is, well, I will throw the cover photo in and the before picture because I'm pretty sure I have the cover photo on the laptop. Okay. 421 stitches. I do not know how many times I pulled out stitches and restitched them. I cannot count. So, I worked on the unicorn. Yes, the unicorn is sparkly. I used metallic.
Would you show what that looks like to me?
What?
Starlight.
It's a unicorn.
It's a black with stars unicorn. That is awesome.
I did not do the upside down cross on the unicorn's behind because I don't believe in that stuff. It's not cool.
Seriously?
Yeah. This is stitched on 32 count. Heirloom by the Slovak Farm. Chugging right along. Chugging right along. Alright. Last week was Friendship Day week. So everything was about friendship. Stitch on a whip that and tell a story about a friendship. This one over here picked a stitchy friend. This one over here picked Jardin Purvee's Scissor and Bobbins. My friend Victoria kitted this up for me and sent it to me as a birthday gift one year. I'm pretty sure it was a birthday gift. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was a birthday gift one year.
So I was trying to look up, there's actually a name for an evil unicorn.
Okay, well,
I can't remember the
this is stitched on 32 count Belfast linen in light mocha. Oh wait, we gotta show you the before picture.
Then you have to hold it up.
I also did this for the A monthly prompt and 669 stitches. It is finished.
Bring out your finishes! Bring out your finishes! I'm sorry, I had to.
This makes me very happy.
Comment below if you know what movie that's from. There are several.
There are several. There are several. Very delighted to have that finished. But wait, there's more. Stitch on a Whip that was in part gifted to you. My friend Angie started this. She was going to give it to her mom, I do believe. That's what she told me. I think that's, if I remember correctly. Decided she just didn't have it in her to finish it, so she gifted it to me. Here's our before picture. Here is 471 stitches. I do not know the name of this fabric. All of my stitches were down here on the little castle, and it's not done yet.
You're close!
I am close. I am close. But 471 stitches.
Woohoo!
Yay, team. Packing things up as we go. Stitch on a Whip, you started for a challenge. I determined, this one thought it. No, I came up with this one.
You came up with this one, I agreed.
If I started for that challenge, that would be starting something for a challenge, since I don't normally start something for a challenge. So, I started Welcome, Porch Welcome, Nope, by Imaginating. There's no before picture because it was a new start.
Heaviest more day?
Now, some of y'all will be astute and remember, he picked out a different project for this. We'll get there. I did 426 stitches on this. 14 count oatmeal Ada. That's what this is.
You ready for my smart?
This was another Victoria gift.
Ready for my smart comment?
What?
If you move it over here, you can kind of get an idea what it looked like before she started.
We got we and two.
Oh, one of these days I'm just gonna get my butt kicked.
It's going to be an interesting project because it is a lot of backstitch. Yes, I need to put it in a better bag. My lazy book didn't do that.
Volunteer.
No.
Okay.
Wasn't in a very good bag to begin with.
Shall we go over the irony of this statement?
No.
Okay, moving along.
I mean, I have tons of bags sitting upstairs unused because
You make them.
I make them and try to sell them and they don't sell, so. Okay. Whoops. A stitch on something you were persuaded by someone to stitch. to start or something that you persuaded someone else to start. No one has ever been persuaded by me to start something, although apparently me saying that last week, a couple people want to start things. Again, we'll come back to that in plans and announcements. So, Christmas in Blue was something I started with a group of people. This is Joan Elliott.
If I'm not mistaken, I think half of every pattern somebody buys was influenced by somebody they know. Either personally or on tubes.
Could be. Alright, here's where it started. And here is 417 stitches later. I finished the light blue divider here, and then worked on filling in the sky up here. And that is stitched on 28 count Opal Essence even weave. You can't really see the sparkle on camera, well you kinda can.
Here, let me try something. I tried!
See it. It's sparkly! I don't know why I went sparkly, but I went sparkly.
Because it's sparkly!
Sparkly!
We're on drugs.
There's some, I am tired, and I have all week. So that wrapped up Friendship Week. I used my free pass on something, I can't remember what, but,
You said you were going to... Oh, that was in plans, you said.
I used my free pass on something. I don't remember what. Went on to my Olympics project, which is my stamped heart succulent. And this is where it started. And this is where we got. I needed 550 something stitches to finish Olympic something or other Athens, Greece. I did 556 stitches, and it's really hard to see because it is light blue. So like here and here, I did all the light blue that was left. The beauty of doing, and you can't even turn it around and see it because...
I was like, where's the light... Oh, there's the light blue.
That is how light it is.
Like, okay, there's actually... The light blue is here.
Yeah, so it's this color here.
It's almost white.
Yeah, it's that almost white light blue. I almost have that color done. I decided to just do color.
For myself?
I decided to just do color completing on it because that makes sense with it being stamped and I know where all the stitches go. Don't ask questions. I'm tired this week. Okay. And then, because that moves along really quickly, I was just working one color. It's really quick to do because it's a stamped kit. I had Sunday to work on something else. So I pulled out for monthlies my Mill Hill Button and Beads Farmers Market. And I use this for the E and the R monthlies because there's an eggplant and a radish on it. Here's where it started. That's where I got to. 461 stitches. Finished it. So finished the E monthly and got half of the R monthly done. What I am working on right now is what I am using, what I use to fill in the rest of the R monthly. I'm stitching on it right now, so I'm just not going to show it to you until next week. So that's 2 finishes this week, y'all.
I'm so proud of you. You're such an awesome stitcher.
2 finishes this week. And the Mill Hill button and beads, I took off the perforated paper. Before I cracked the paper, I was really annoyed with the perforated paper and was planning on just switching to fabric, and then I cracked the perforated paper anyways, so we just did it on fabric. And because I did it on fabric, I did not do the background on anything but that middle block. I just outlined it. I outlined the corner blocks were just like tans, so I outlined that in the darkest tan that was in the kit. And then the north, south, east, west blocks were reds background, so I just outlined that in the darkest red. And beading this was a bear this weekend. I questioned my life's decisions. Because I saved the whole bottom row to bead for last. I beaded everything else as I was going. I saved these three for last, to save all the beading for last. Wrong idea. That's my most stitches for the week. We both have haul, so we'll move on to haul. Haul.
No! And this is based on which one again? Arctic Blast, I think?
Well, that one came before Arctic Blast, but you wanted it because I'm stitching Arctic Blast.
Yes, this is Ruby from the Shooting Star Collection by Carolyn Manning Designs.
One of her quilt-looking projects. So, and it's this one and then these four,
which are actually all in this one. Actually, are they? No,
I don't think so.
They're the same pattern, just different colors for the center block. Different variations of different patterns that are existing.
Yeah, there are different variations of patterns in there.
And I have the advantage of being married to an LNS or an ONS, so getting it out shouldn't be too hard.
No. I got Snowman Collector, the pirate. As you may know, or you may not know, I am in a game that is based on being pirates, and I am captain of the ship. And one of my crew members saw this and showed it and said, hey, we have to stitch this, and we actually all wanted to stitch it. So I bought myself the pattern and then a couple of other people. And it calls for classic colors, Wildberry in the jacket, and we all decided we were just going with called for Wildberry in the jacket. It's only got the one overdyed. It's Wildberry is the only overdyed in it. Everything else is DMC. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. Okay, haul is done. On to plans and announcements. Plans and announcements.
D&D tonight and tomorrow. D&D night is Thursday. Evan or I'm going to try to finish up between Friday and Saturday.
Works for me. My plans went out the window.
Do I have to go and get them? I'll get my shoes on and go out and get them.
Let's start with Daily 30 this week. Daily 30 is Potato Week. Potatoes, precious. Boil the mash and stick them in a stew? Yes, I wrote a week for Daily 30 about potatoes.
It's up to you, that's awesome.
And then I sat down and looked at all of my whips and was like, okay, I'll make my little list of options for him. No, just no. I pulled out Winter Solstice to finish up for the R prompt for the monthly. And apparently have decided I need to finish it. I have no idea what I'm thinking. I don't have that much left. When I pulled it out to start on it Sunday night, I had one small bird left, part of the lamppost, and the snowbank underneath of the lamppost and the bird. So it's actually not that much. It is that much because I've already done 2 full 200 prompts with it, finished 150 for the half of the prompt that I needed to finish. Actually, it was more like 200 for that. And I'm still stitching on it. But I can use it for one of the monthlies also. It fits for the last monthly I have to do, which is the L, because it's got an L on it. It's got a couple L's on it. So, let us go over the prompts and how winter solstice fits them. Stitch on a Whip you have many variations of. Same designer, same style, etc., etc. I have lots of winter ones. I have lots of farm ones. Someone is not pleased he doesn't get
No,
choices.
I'm going to a third one.
What?
Birds.
I have done several bird things. I don't know that I have many bird ones in
Peacock.
farms. Well, anyways.
You like pretty bird patterns, especially if it's cardinals or blue jays.
Cardinals, yes. Cardinals, yes. Stitch on something. So that's prompt 1. Done. Stitch on something you were slow to start on, but are quickly gaining on it now. I don't know why when I started Winter Solstice, like, starting it was like... And I started it with a friend, so it was just like... I don't know what my problem was. It was like... Because I liked it and I wanted to stitch it. That's why I said when she said I should... That's why we started it together. But once I got into stitching it, it was kind of like, okay, I really like this. That's done. Stitch on a whip that is trying to kill you. Let me explain to you how this whip is trying to kill me. I can't count on it to save my life.
You know that can be used for any prompt, considering a very simple thing that's used for all cross stitch.
Needles and scissors?
Needles specifically.
Yeah.
Tell me, who here has a project of medium size or larger, so if it's like a 5x7 or bigger, who hasn't stabbed themselves at least once? I haven't. Have you?
I have stabbed myself multiple times. Here is the one prompt that I cannot fit Winter Solstice into. Stitch on a whip that is related to England or space, outer space.
Honey,
What?
that is actually an English style lamppost. I'm not kidding. Those are the oil lampposts you saw in England,
Well, they had 'em here
London,
too.
England, back in the 18th century.
Yeah, they had them here too.
Yeah, no, that's very...
The lamppost looks very Victorian.
When I first saw that, I thought it was English.
Well, yeah, I guess you could tie it in that way. The lamppost looks very Victorian, and the Victorian era is named after Queen Victoria of England. There you go.
You're welcome.
I'm a liar. And
You couldn't find it. I could.
Yeah, and the final one is stitch on a whip that if you have reconfigured in some way. You've moved elements around, you have changed flosses, you have changed fabric. Lord knows I don't stitch anything called for half the time.
Well, there's also the fact that some of your stuff moves due to reasons outside of your ability.
I have definitely
to count.
reconfigured this one because I can't count.
Comment below anybody else who has that problem. I had to murder a project actually because of that problem.
So that will be Potato Week. And if that doesn't finish off Winter Solstice, like I said, it fits for the final monthly I have all of next week to finish. I'll think about that. That's next week's Laura's problem, because right now this week Laura is
tired. Okay.
Okay. Now, supposed to start Stand Tall. Someone had picked out Stand Tall for me to start. Oh, well, we'll go here and then we'll go there. I do have one thing you need to pick out. Someone had picked out Stand Tall for me to start for Friendship Week as something I started for a challenge. However, a couple of people made comments to me about, well, if you pick something out, we'll start it with you, or maybe we'll start it with you. One person said, pick something out and I will start it with you. Like, absolutely. So I narrowed it down to Stand Tall by Southern Stitches Company. And Lucy Beam's market release, Immortal. Buying cross stitch like I'm immortal. Because I want to start this. So, said friend has bought both of these patterns, and as soon as she receives them, we will be starting them. I'm probably going to start this one first. And then this one. We don't have timelines figured out for when we're actually starting stuff. What?
I'm going to start this with you.
Okay.
I was just going to forego the top and bottom pattern or change the colors.
Well,
but buying cross stitch like you're immortal, that should be everybody.
This has 3 colors: Gentle Arts, Baby Spinach, Cornflower, and Lavender Potpourri. We all know I got enough flosses that I don't need to. My hair is crazy today.
But anyway, yeah, I don't care about the colors. But I think that
we all know I got enough flosses that I don't need to buy the called fors. What?
I was gonna say, be nice to start a project with my wifey poo.
Well, we started the Nora Corbetts together.
I know, and we're almost done with that one, so I want another one. Or if you don't want me to, I won't do it.
It's okay. This calls for a black, a yellow, a brown, and a green. They are called for in Southern Fried Floss, which is Southern Stitch Company's floss line. I can't buy the flosses through the distributor, but I can buy both patterns through the distributor. So if you would like to start these, because I'm starting these, because I've influenced you to start them, persuade, 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 I can provide them for you.
Okay, I'm just going to be a real dork. Who here wants to join where if we get enough people interested in this, and actually pause this for a second because this idea involves you.
Okay.
My idea is if enough people buy this, we will all start, you said what day?
October 1st.
We will go on YouTube live when we start
Because I think it's funny that buying cross stitch like I'm immortal. Like, immortal beings are kind of Halloween-y-ish. And that's my flaw. That's my...
So, if anybody would like to basically do a YouTube live, well, and all of us can start it together on YouTube live, I think that would be entertaining.
I think it would be too.
So, order, yes, I'm trying to trick you.
Yes. Okay. The final thing you get to decide. My Olympics piece for whatever the next Olympics is, that paper's sitting in the living room. I'm not getting up and getting it.
Moving along.
Your options are Belle, the Shannon Christine Belle, or Oh Feathers, the peacock.
Belle.
I think that one's like a 900 stitch one. Alright.
Well, I'm kind of hoping that you get the same. You sit there and do the same thing with Belle that you're currently doing with Winter Solstice.
Well,
you're not that far from being done with it. And if you put 900 stitches in it,
I'm a lot farther than I am with Winter Solstice.
But 900 stitches later, you might be.
I gotta beat that dress.
Oh. Hey, you could bead with me.
I have, I know that I have back stitch to finish on the bottom of that dress, and I have beading to finish on that dress. The back stitching is supposed to be done in gold metallic floss. That ain't gonna happen. It's just not. I'm going to pick just a regular gold floss. That's plans and announcements. And that is Flosstube this week, folks. I think this was actually a relatively decently short one. My hair is crazy today. And I don't care. Alright. What would we like the people to do?
Have a lovely week. Please like, comment, subscribe, bell notification thingy me bobby. All that YouTube stuff.
Thank you for spending a little bit of your time with us this week. Have a great week. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.